Hey guys, this is Alex from Paintball 101 Info. I think it's about time that we can review the Empire Prophecy. So, as normal, I'm going to start with the unboxing. Then we'll go into the disassembly, reassembly, maintenance, and then the review portion of it. So it comes in this cardboard box. Open it up. See, there's your prophecy right there. Set them to the side. Lift it up on here. And pulling this out is where your manual is going to be. Mine's in my gear bag right now. You see, I also got the Magna clutch kit underneath it, and I'll explain more about that later in the show. So, this is the Empire Prophecy. Like I said, it's a very nice loader. If you like the Halo style loaders like I did, I have the Halo B Invert 2 and the Prophecy. You're going to love the Prophecy. It's basically a simpler and faster version of the Halo B mixed with the Invert 2. It's also a little bit more durable and easier to take apart. So let's get into the reassembly and disassembly. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera in a little bit closer so you guys can see a little bit better and go through all the parts and what I think of the parts. Okay, so we got the camera in up and above, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the parts as we disassemble it. By pressing down on the button right here, and the buttons up here, you can move the front cone off to place the prophecy to the side so we can talk about this. It's a very flexible piece, you see here. It flexes in, very shock absorbent. It's extremely light. You see here, I got the Smoke Edition. This is what's going to carry your paintballs or hold them in on the front, obviously. You see you got two slits right here to hold the battery pack in place. They make two different types of nose cones. They make the 200 round, this is the 240, and then they also make the 280 round. So unlike the Prophecy and the, unlike the Pinocchio and the Rotor, you can go up, but you can also go down in size. So if you want to play with a pump or something, you can. Set that to the side. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove this insert, the feed neck insert. This is metal, aluminum, and its key function is to provide durability, and it's also going to, if you take a bad dive, it's going to spread the shock of the bad dive throughout the loader, so it's going to really increase your durability. This comes with the version 2. The version 1 was a plastic polymer type insert. It's $10 and you get this, and you also get a new pulley. So, very lightweight. It's not going to break easy. Next, you're going to go ahead and move your lid. Now, the nice thing about this lid is it's very easy to take apart, or take off, as you see. There's my spring there. It just slides out. There's no rods that you have to mess with. And you don't even have to use the spring. That's the cool thing about this. You see, I'll put the spring right here on the piece so you guys can see it. Go ahead and pop this back in. And it will actually go up and shut without the spring in there. I choose to have the spring because it holds it open a little bit longer. See, magnet open, magnet close. You have this right here, this magnet, and the magnet right here. That's going to open it. And these two magnets right here are going to close it. You can get the friction lid, which is actually like the normal snap lid. You see you have prongs cut in right here where it'll snap down in place. If you don't like or don't trust the magnetic lid, you can have the standard friction lid or a snap lid. You can also get the speed feed. Empire makes one, and Virtue has their Virtue Crown. I prefer the Virtue Crown. I'm about to get one of those soon. So keep this by you. I like to put my springs and all my E-clips on the actual lid itself. Next thing you're going to do is take off your back plate. Push down this button right here and just simply slide it and roll it out. This is also made of polycarbonate. It's a little bit tougher than the front shell one, and it's a little bit thicker. See, you can replace this back plate right here to look different. Hater makes one, and for the LTD version, you're going to have buttons going up here, you're going to have lights and all that stuff. set that aside. See, it also protects your RF chip, your 2 buttons, and your on-off. Next thing you're going to do is, by pressing these 2 buttons right here, you're just going to slide it off. Press down and pull out. Press down and pull out. Okay, set the drive so we can talk about these real quick. These 2 shells are going to be put in place just like this. As you see, the right side has the magnet, and that's key to know which side has your magnet for putting it back together. These are high strength polymer. See, they got a little bit of bend in it, just like the front cone. I got red. There's different colors you can choose from: black, green. I think there's a blue. There's smoke, red, and I think that's about it. You get 1/4 of your feed neck on here, and that's kind of nice because your whole feed neck's wrapped around inside your actual feed neck on your marker, and then you have your insert, so it's going to increase your durability. Next, we're going to take the main drive back here, and so I'm going to stop this and make a second version of this so that we don't get too complicated. Okay, sorry about that. I just forgot I needed to get one of these, and I wanted to keep the 2 parts different for outer and inner. This right here is your floor. You're going to remove that by pressing this pin in and these 2 side pins. So push the side pins and then it'll just fall off. You're going to have a very heavy duty plastic. Right here you have your prongs, so you can hold 2 9-volts or 4 AA's. You got a piece right here that holds your slide in place. This right here is going to wrap around the outside of your drive system, and this side doesn't have one of those because your anti-jam freeway is there. You have a little bump for the motor here, and it actually kind of tilts downwards so that your paint rolls into your drive. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and disconnect your batteries. $10 you can get the 2 AA's, or if you want the standard 4 AA's. The 4 AA's will last longer than the 2 9-volts. Sorry, I said AA's there. The 2 9-volts, some people like it because their gun works off of 9 volts, but the 4 AA's will give you longer battery life. So bring this drive back in. Right here, you're going to pull your slide cover off. Now, the slide cover is neat because it actually has an anti-jam freeway built into it, as well as it also acts as kind of a raceway for your paint to go down in. See, it's flexible for any jams. You also have slits cut in on the outlet cover or the slide cover to protect against blowback. If you have a marker that has a lot of blowback, like a Spyder or a Tippmann, that air is just going to vent right up instead of possibly breaking paint. So slide cover, outlet cover, same thing. Next thing you're going to do is pull your drive extension off. It just snaps right off. The neat thing about this is not only does it hold the actual drive in place, because without this free spins, but this keeps it from not free spinning. But you can also rearrange these magnets here by pushing out, and you can put more magnets in for more tension. Say if you're playing something with like tournament paint and you don't want to break any paint, you can add more magnets, and that will make it harder to turn. Or you can take magnets away, or sorry, if you add magnets, it's going to be more of a turn. So something like reball, where you don't want any slip in there, you'll be able to do it. Or you can take magnets out, so if you're using like really brittle paint, it can slip a little bit more. I like the stock pattern. Some people like it more of a triangle with just these 3. It's all up to you, or some people take one off each, one right here and one right here, and leave extras. It's all up to you to decide how you want it, but it's all adjustable. Now this is the only tool you're going to need to actually take apart this, and that's just any dental pick or O-ring pick. I like the one with the hook. Just slide it out. You're going to take this E-clip off. and you can just push it and pull it off. It'll stick to your clutch plate, and then just go ahead and throw that on the lid so you don't lose it. And slash, you're gonna need that. You can pull this off. This is the star plate. It's also called the clutch, but the star plate's right here. You can remove it, and this is the actual clutch drive. This is what drives the clutch. You have 2 magnets, or 4 magnets rather, on the bottom, as well as your clutch system, and that's going to act with these 4 magnets to create your reverse clutch if you have a jam. Next, you can move off the drive carrier. This is all ball raced right here, as you see, and it's slit, so you have the most easiest kind of way for it to carry the balls. You also have gaps cut in here for to make it a little bit lightweight. And this is as far as you really need to break this down. I do not recommend going down any farther because there is a pin that goes from this pulley into the backbone, which is actually this right here. This whole piece right here is the backbone. And if you don't get that aligned, you can actually bend it and it will chip some of these teeth off of the main sprocket. That's what happened to me. It was like $2 for a new sprocket, so not very costly, but definitely something you don't want to do. But while we're here, I just want to show you basically how to take it apart if you ever need to. There's 3 tabs right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. You push them in, and this will pull off. Once you have that off, you can disconnect your only wire right here, and that's at the end of the board, right next to the microphone. And the microphone is placed right by the feed neck for the closest frequency. Your only wires is going to be from the motor and the battery, so you don't have wires running everywhere to crimp and bend. And then your board is just held in place by these tabs again. So there's not one screw on this hopper. So I'm going to pause the video, make another one of reassembling it.